As she looked in the mirror and saw the results, Mallory knew it was all worth it. It had to be. It feels weird to be back, doesn't it? Turning her head, she looked at him. What do you mean? Well, we just finished classes for the semester and I was looking forward to heading home, back to New York. And instead we were all told to come here. He shrugged. I really could have used a couple of weeks to decompress after finals before having to deal with all this nonsense. This time she made a face. I hate to break it to you, but there would have been nonsense back home, too. At least here we have some distractions. She paused. Plus fewer responsibilities. I thought for sure you'd be all for that. His expression turned fierce for the briefest of moments before going completely neutral. Yeah, sure. That's me. You know how I love avoiding being responsible. Then he laughed and tried to make light of it. And you can't beat the location. Beaches filled with girls in bikinis. Not a bad way to pass the time. Somehow Mallory didn't quite believe him. But she wasn't going to push it right now. That wasn't what this trip was about. We're here for Pops, and he's the most important thing. Right? A shrug was his only response. I don't know about you, but coming back to Magnolia Sound was exactly what I needed after my finals. No responsibilities, just a chance to hang out with the cousins and sit in the sun. Yes, please? Right. That's because you're not being looked at as the family screw-up and being compared to Mason the Magnificent. It was a name they had given their cousin back when they were still kids, because it seemed like no matter what anyone accomplished, no one could do it better than Mason. His parents, Sam and Mallory's Aunt Georgia and Uncle Beau, made sure everyone knew all about their gifted and talented son. It was enough to make you sick. For Pops, I think you can handle it for a few days, right? Their great-grandfather, Ezekiel, was celebrating his 90th birthday, and it's why they were all here on the North Carolina coast. There was going to be 3 days' worth of festivities celebrating his life, and the whole town was involved because Ezekiel Coleman was the last surviving original founder of Magnolia Sound. Quite an accomplishment. He not only outlived his own siblings, but his own children. Now all that was left were his 3 grandchildren, Susanna, Georgia, and Cash, and their families. And they were all currently on hand and ready to celebrate the life of the patriarch. Personally, Mallory was excited to be here. She'd been counting down the days until she could hop in her car and make the drive down. With school done for the semester and the summer, this was something that had become a tradition. Spending the summer, or at least part of it, on Magnolia Sound with Pops and the family was something they'd always done. Maybe Sam was ready to be done with it, but she wasn't. Any chance I can skip out of here tomorrow? Sam asked, interrupting her thoughts. You know that's not possible. Tonight is just the beginning of it all. A family dinner down in the main dining room with all of Pops's favorites, and then tomorrow is an all-day affair starting out with the Founders' Day parade. She gave him a small smile. You know you can't skip out on that. You'd break Pops's heart. He muttered a curse and raked a hand through his dark hair. Yeah, well, at least tomorrow I can conveniently get lost in the crowd at the parade, but tonight? A knock on her door had them both turning. There you two are. I meant to be here to greet you earlier, but I had some last-minute shopping to do for the dinner tonight. Pop invited the Summerfords to join us, their mother Susanna said, as she took turns hugging and kissing them both. The Summerfords are coming? Mallory asked nervously and immediately cursed herself. The look on Sam's face showed her that the slight tremor in her voice was noticeable. Quickly clearing her throat, she added, I mean, that will be nice. The more the merrier, right? Her mother smiled serenely as she reached out and touched her daughter's hair. I still can't believe you cut your hair, Mallory. It was so long and... I donated it to Locks of Love, Mom, so it went to a good cause. And besides, it was time. It was way too long and nothing but a hassle. Turning to look at her reflection,